G'day gang, Jason Yabanich here from Crab PT Wealth, and I wanted to take this opportunity to cover with you something very important and something that I know 100% will have a massive impact on your business. It's really the key component to making your business go to the next level and get a bunch of clients knocking at your door or picking up the phone to call. Now, as you can see from this very first slide, the first bit of wording in front of you, it says, do you really need to market yourself? And look, the short answer is you don't. And hey, you probably get through, you know, just by word of mouth alone. You probably, if you're doing a good job, you may and probably do really well. The real question is, do you want to risk going on just maybe, could, probably, or do you want to go great? Now, I want you to answer this question for me. Has this ever happened to you? What happens though when several of your clients drop off? So, seven of your current clients you have now, just imagine that for some reason a couple get pregnant, one, two get injured, some move away, and all of a sudden there's no word of mouth coming in. Now, I'll be very curious to see what your response would be to that. But after mentoring thousands of personal trainers, or at least speaking to thousands of them, I know this is a common problem. And pretty much what I call it is the yo-yo effect. And what I mean by that is you may have a bunch of clients and they're all paying great and you're getting good income in at the moment. But then what happens if some of them drop off? Then what happens is your income then dramatically can reduce. So you can go from earning really good money to all of a sudden your clients have gone somewhere, they've taken off, and what you've found yourself is you're now $200, $300, $400, $500 down per week, and the stress that comes along with that is not a great feeling. I know I've been there myself. So why I call it a yo-yo effect is because you go up and down, and then at that point when your clients leave or some drop off, now all of a sudden you're on the lookout for more clients to replace them. Now, if this is the way your business is currently operating, then it's very unpredictable, and it'll just go up and down, up and down, up and down, and you'll never seem to get some kind of balance or some kind of method or process for bringing new clients in all the time. So it's really the real reason why marketing is key in any business. And like I said, it's the yo-yo effect. Now, if that's something you're tired of or something you definitely want to improve on, because let's be honest, there's no magic pill for everything. Doesn't mean you're never going to have that experience. However, what I can guarantee is that your business will be a lot more predictable and it will go a lot more smoother. You'll have more clients than you need, which is really the problem you want to have is you want to have a waiting list rather than not having a waiting list of people lining up to use your service. And so the great news I have for you and summarising all that is that it doesn't have to be that way. And look, if you're relieved, then that's great. And what I'm about to hand you is probably the 4 must-have marketing methods to boost your lead generation. Now, I want to cover those. And if we look at the 4 individually and separately and break them down, then we'd basically say the number 1 is you need to stand out from the pack. And if you've been around us for a while now, you've seen some material on us, then you'll know that this makes perfect sense. And the first thing you need to do in order to do that is first you need to build trust. Okay, and one of the simplest and easiest ways you can build trust with the client is instead of just trying to get the business or sign them up as a client there and then, you want to take a few steps. And those who've attended our workshops or been on our coaching or mentoring program, they know this in great detail. Anyway, that to one side is what we need to do is become the expert and more importantly, build a relationship and get the contact details of potential leads out there. And it's the key step that most people miss. They just don't put the effort, time or energy into understanding or applying this concept. Probably for a number of reasons. One, they don't know, haven't had the knowledge or haven't sought out the help to do that. Maybe just don't have the understanding or the meaning of why you would do it. So all those things can be true. However, if you listen to this, then we're actually giving you the insider scoop of what needs to be done. And one of the ways you do it is by having a free report. Now, on the screen, you can see there's 10 tips to melt away fat. And if you really want to, get shredded, then you need to have a great action plan. And that could be something that would appeal to people that really do want to melt away fat. what it does for you is it starts to build a relationship with somebody. They get to contact you to get that report, leave their details. And remember, unless you have a database, then you don't really have a business. You know, if you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on your database that you've built up over time, then you don't have to go looking for new clients outside of, what you already have. So you can email, you can SMS, you can phone them, because you've built up a database over the course of time. And that's really how you have a marketing budget on a shoestring budget. There you go. If we look at number 2, if you look at what would be the second thing you'd want to have in your business, is you really, with your service, you need to, the number one rule is always get their details, like I just mentioned. And then second is to make sure that your business cards are designed to get people to take action. So the second one is to have a business card that is a selling tool for you. Said another way, it gives people some incentive to contact you, be it go to your website, be it email, be it phone, because there's been something that you've done. Now, on your business card, this is something that you may have. You may have that there's the 20 tips you need to know before hiring a personal trainer. Now, if they picked up your business card from a shop that they're left in, or they've been given it by someone else that has a bunch of your cards, you've handed it to them, you've really got to make sure your business card is designed to get people to take action. So many business cards are just a waste of money that they're being printed on. And we consider business cards to be real estate. Why real estate? Because you can build a house on a block of land a certain size and earn X amount, or you could put a block of units or flats on it and earn even more money from that. So it's really about being strategic with it and understand why you have a business card. And remember that it's what's in it for the client that's important, and not just about having your business name or big logo on there, because that doesn't have anything for the client if they're looking at deciding to take some kind of action or get a trainer. And so if we look at an example of business card, this would be one that could be an example. So you may have that report I just showed before, the 10 tips to melt fat away, secrets revealed in our free report, valued at $47. And then to claim yours, then they go and email you, or they can phone or text or go to the website. So there's a few options. On the back there, you can see there's a testimonial, and you can see the very small part of the business card is taken up by the logo, which is Create PT Wealth. Now, there's a lot more to it than this, and obviously for your business, it would have to be strategically designed and thought out to suit your needs. However, this is just an example. And one of the great things about working with a marketing designer such as ngirl Design, which is run by my wife, is that she knows the marketing backwards, so she'll know exactly why you're doing what you need to do. So a lot of people see something, they just try to copy it, and then they don't really understand the nuts and bolts of the foundation. So to build a house, you've got to make sure the foundation is done properly first. Otherwise, the whole thing will crumble. So that's part 2. If we look at what then falls into category 3, then we need to look at how many emails do you send per day. Now, is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 20? And how often do you send them out? So for most of it, it is daily. So now, if you wanted to promote yourself or let people know what you do, it would make sense to me that you would have that on some kind of email signature. One to look very professional. Other one is to broadcast exactly, what it is you do, and have some kind of call to action again. And it's very underutilized. And I'll tell you a quick story. My story is I built up over 60 leads in 3 weeks just from this method, and got many customers from it. So from my stats that I reviewed, going back way when I got onto this concept, is that it was over like 40,000 in 9 months. It earned me from having this system properly in place and done properly by an expert. And this is back when I was doing PT myself. So if you could handle that, then this would be a must-have for you. Now, would you necessarily earn 40? No, maybe not. Would you earn more? Possibly. Could you earn less? But the real point here is are you missing out on an opportunity because you don't have one set up? And it was only just the other day that we are building a new house. We have to get the old house knocked down. That the demolition guy we're using, wife is a personal trainer. He saw my email signature, saw what we do, and checked it out, and then she contacted us. So it's simple as that. You never know who is going to take action because they've seen your particular email signature. So you need to have your USP or your call to action on it as well. And then I'd also look at having a link that they can click, hyperlink in your email, that then sends them to a website. So it makes it very easy for them. So here's an example of an email signature, and if you've listened to this and you've received any from us, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. But once again there, it's got the top 10 tips to melt fat. So we're actually standing out, we're different, we're actually getting people just to take action to get that. That makes us know that they're actually interested in that particular thing, and they become a warmer lead, and that's exactly what we're after as well. So that's one example. There's a couple other examples that I'll show you here. This is, I guess, my example, my current one. And what you can see there is on the click here to find out. That's actually a hyperlink. So someone can click that and takes them straight to the website and the registered page. So it makes it very easy for them. They don't have to go and type in anything, because what you've got to remember is the easier it is for them just to click and go, they'll take action. If they've got to actually, get off the emails and go on the website, they could get themselves distracted. So not to say they wouldn't do it, you just got to make it very simple and easy for them. Some other examples is, here's Peter's. To get you a free pass now, email me for details, and see that's a hyperlink, so someone could just click that and away you go. There's Michael Hewitt. He's obviously just saying what he does there. I much prefer there's a call to action or there's a free report, or something that will get somebody to go somewhere. Stephen Brett's, it's great, looks professional, and that will definitely make you stand out. I would just take it to the next level and have some kind of call to action or get someone to get a report. So while they're great and it makes you professional, definitely says what you do, you also want to make sure that you have some kind of call to action or some process behind that principle. Now, if we look at number 4, well, this for me would be the most important of all, and quite simply, that is to get an expert. Now, I see very poorly designed material out there that looks like cheap and basically like it's been done, by the person who's, got the email signature or the business cards because they're trying to save a few bucks. Not really the message you want to be sending. And I certainly wouldn't advise it anyway. So trying to do it yourself, it'll actually cost you more money in the long run. So you don't have to think about saving money up front. You have to think about how much money it's costing you not have it done properly by experts, and not just to make it look good, but to make sure that it has the marketing process behind it that's there to generate business for you. So now it may seem a bit overwhelming. Go, well, where do I start? Where do I look? Well, the reason I'm talking to you today is because you know us well enough that we're here to assist and aid and help and make that process a lot more stress-free for you. So if you could get all those 4 steps done for you for under $1,000, and it can make you hundreds of thousands, who knows, over the course of years, then that, in my view, is a great investment. I've seen it work time and time again for many, many people. And not to mention that the time and the heartache it will actually save you. You see, you need to be doing activities you're good at that make you money, and getting yourself designed by yourself is not the right place for you to be spending your efforts. Now that's the way that we educate our students to look at. You need to look at it as an investment. Now, who we recommend is ngirl Design. Now, for those of you who know us, know that that's my wife that actually owns that particular company. And number one is, of course, I recommend her. But more importantly is I wouldn't recommend her unless she actually knew the marketing flavour, and why it's so important to use ngirl is because she works with some of the top marketers, copywriters in the world that literally make hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and these guys test and measure everything they do. So by doing that work, ngirl has had to educate herself thoroughly over the years and understanding the principles. It's different colours, what works, what doesn't work. Do you need a call to action? All these things that she would point out to you, and it won't just make it look pretty like a lot of other designers. And so really that's what we're shooting for here. And it can be hard to go, well, where do you start? Who should you look for? What do they need to know? That's why we want to make the process simpler for you. And you really do need a marketing designer. And there's not many of them out there. Nora will be one of very few that I know personally that understand the marketing concept and the side of things as well. And so, if we look at what people have to say about Narelle's work, we've just got one example of someone saying what Narelle's been able to help them with. So that's just one example of someone who's a best-selling author who uses them, and it's very important for them to have the right marketing, the right graphics, and the right look in order for them to sell their particular product. Now, imagine having your own $1 million marketing system handed to you on a platter. So unlike Paul Glenn here, who had all those different changes, what if it was just already put together for you, something that had been tested, proven, and worked? You have to ask yourself, how much would that be of value to you? And if you could get it all on a platter, then this is exactly what it looked like. All the 4 key things that you need in your business right now, and not only just need, but need done correctly. So you need your free reports there, so you can you can stand out from the pack and make sure people select you over others. Plus, while using it as the method to build relationships with your potential clients. Ebooks as well, that's another thing. You'll get an ebook in there, so you just have that level of credibility. So while it's not a physical book, it'll be stated that it has been written by you. So we'll just change the templates. We'll give you that, and that ebook will go down as credibility and status for anybody who's looking at making a decision about you. So it builds trust and builds respect, and it puts you as the authority. Next thing is your business cards, and you'll also get that included. And those business cards need to be designed properly, and it needs to be having your end in mind goal in view with that getting sorted. And then next is your email signature. So we're basically taking care of it for you in a nutshell. And they're the key 4 things you really need to have in your business to give yourself the best opportunity of getting yourself out there and making sure people know about you. Now. So if we looked at all that and we said, like, in a general sense, that would normally run you around about the $1,000 mark. So, and it's a matter of just not looking good. There's a lot of time, energy, and effort that has gone into learning how to attract people from your marketing and these templates and get them to have an impact. So it's not just the design; it's all the effort and time that goes into strategizing that. That's why I still think it's a very cheap price. One client pays for it tenfold. And so Narelle, I was saying to her, and this was get tricky, being my wife, and then asking her in her business to go, well, look, I don't want our people paying that much. I want to do them and look after them. And so Narelle dropped it to $550, and I basically said to her that that's not good enough. Basically said for our clients, I want it to be lower, and I want everyone to be able to take advantage of it. The only thing is that not everyone will be able to take advantage of it, and I'll explain why in a moment. However, if you get all that, it wouldn't be $550. It would actually be reduced to $330. So the basic reason is due to the workload that Narelle has on and ngirl Design have on. It is only going to be available for the first 17 people. Now, it's not a gimmick. It's not a rush technique. It's the simple fact that it's by demand, and so that's all she'll be able to take on, and with her designers that can make this work. The other thing is, if you've been around for us long enough, we know we like to reward action takers and not people who sit on the fence with this type of thing. So It will be going out to our list of 6,000 people, and it'll be just first in, best dressed in regards to that. So the first 17 people will have the opportunity to pretty much save themselves close to $700 and jump on this and then start making some serious money in their business. But not only that, make sure that their branding and awareness is out there so they can start generating leads. So from here, what you need to do is you need to email ngirl directly at ngirl@ngirldesign.com. So you can do that. It will be for the first 17 people to contact ngirl, and they'll take advantage of this amazing offer. Now, if you're outside the 17, no need to stress or worry. It's not like you won't get your job done. ngirl will definitely put you on the A waiting list, and she'll be able to advise you where to from there. You may not get it at the 3:30. It just may be that you get it at the 5:50. But look, ngirl will work that out with you. I'll be on her back about making sure everyone who actually takes action, even if they miss out, gets that opportunity. But you got to rush. You got to take action just to make sure. And then just simply refer to the offer and have it stated as the Millionaire Starter Pack in your email, so ngirl will know exactly what you're talking about. Well, there's the opportunity for you, and I really hope that in amongst all that, it's also been some educational tools and made it very clear as to why it's important to have all this in your business. Go grab it.